So hi, hello everyone, welcome to Raaonline. I am Dr. Srivatsan, your faculty for biochemistry, and today we will be seeing about one of the most important high yield topic with respect to the exams, your MBBS exams as well as your post graduation entrance examinations. So it is nothing but the disorders associated with lipoprotein metabolism. The reason why it is high yield, because it involves lots and lots of clinical scenarios. At the same time, it has got lots and lots of confusing terminologies and lots of confusing classifications. Okay, and it is because of this exact reason it is being asked again and again in most of the examinations. Usually from this topic you will be getting at least one question from in case of post graduation entrance like NEET. Okay, so let me try to explain and make it clear precisely what is what with respect to the disorders associated with lipoprotein metabolism. So disorders associated with lipoprotein metabolism can be classified majorly into two types. One could be hyper and one could be hypo, or no lipoproteins at all. Okay, so it could be either hyper lipoproteinemia or it could be hypo lipoproteinemia. Okay, so these could be the two types. Okay, of this, first let me discuss about the hyperlipoproteinemias, then we will move on to the hypolipoproteinemias. Okay, hyperlipoproteinemias. So hyperlipoproteinemias, you all know the Fredrickson's classification for hyperlipoproteinemias. Okay, Fredrickson actually classified hyperlipoproteinemias into 5 types. Okay, it is nothing but type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 and type 5. So this is the famous Fredrickson classification for hyperlipoproteinemias. But when you take your Harrison, they have classified this lipoproteinemias, hyperlipoproteinemias, especially with respect to the context of what kind of lipoprotein is getting increased in the condition. So with respect to the development of clinicals, with respect to the development of symptoms, they have actually classified the hyperlipoproteinemias into 3 major types. Okay, this could be clinical classification. Okay, it could be hypertriglyceridemia or hypercholesterolemia, or it could be mixed. In mixed, you find both increase in triacylglycerol as well as the cholesterol in the patients. So this is how you clinically classify these hyperlipoproteinemias. So if you could combine the Fredrickson's classification to that of the clinical classification, you can see hypertriglyceridemias will be seen in type 1, type 4 and type 5. So type 1, type 4 and type 5, all these will be characterized by hypertriglyceridemia. Okay, and type 2 is characterized by only increase in cholesterol, that is hypercholesterolemia. Okay, be very clear, hypertriglyceridemia has type 1, type 4 and type 5. Okay, hypercholesterolemia has only type 2. Okay, and mixed is the remaining type 3. So in type 3 condition, you can find both increase in triacylglycerol as well as increase in cholesterol. Okay, now please listen to this very carefully. In case if you have hypertriglyceridemia, in this condition, what are the clinical features? You find characteristic clinical features which are seen in hypertriglyceridemia. You find eruptive xanthomas. Xanthomas are nothing but mild eruptions present on the skin. Okay, in case of patients having increased amount of triglycerides, they can be having, they show eruptive xanthomas as the characteristic or pathognomonic feature. Okay, so now you can guess which types can have this eruptive xanthomas. type 1, type 4 and type 5. All these 3 types will have eruptive xanthomas. Is it clear, guys? Now, hypercholesterolemia. Hypercholesterolemia will be characterized by presence of tendon xanthomas. So, what is this tendon xanthoma? It is nothing but the small eruptions, okay, present on the insertions of tendons, especially in your knuckle joints, okay. So, these patients will show a characteristic increase in xanthomas near the tendon, near the insertion of these tendons, especially in the knuckle joints, okay. So, now you can say which type will be characterized by presence of tendon xanthomas, which Fredrickson's classification will be characterized by presence of tendon xanthomas. It is type 2. It's clear, right? Now, mixed type. Mixed type will be having a especially very pathognomonic feature, which is Palmer eruptive xanthoma. This is the pathognomonic feature for mixed type, and this is a very important question, guys. This is a very favorite question. Most of the time, this question has been asked in the post-graduation entrance examination, okay. Palmer eruptive xanthoma is a characteristic feature of mixed type. So, now you can say which type can have Palmer, which shows the Palmer eruptive xanthoma. It is type 3, which shows Palmer eruptive xanthoma, okay. So, in this case, these patients will be having the characteristic xanthoma, especially on their palms,